We've got some car parts that came in the mail. We're gonna open them up and see what we got.
Looks like that's the rear end fluid. What do you think this is?
I don't know.
This goes on the axles, and this is what the ABS system reads.
Yeah.
So we should have two of those. Looks like we do. We got, hold on, we're not done with this. We got new bearings for the axles, new seals. That's a pinion seal right there. We got some gear oil and friction modifier. Looks like it should be the gasket right there. And that was from LMR. Well, that's probably where we're going to be getting all of our stuff for this build. But then let's see, we got another box. What do you think this is?
Well, these have to be the axles, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we're originally this car came with 28 for the I think they're called the, I just can't remember what it's called, but I'd have to look it up. But originally it only had 28 of these for 04. We're upgrading to the 373s with 31, so it'll be much stronger. And these aren't bent like the one that's currently in there now, so be quite an upgrade. Anything else in the box?
Just plastic and a.
Ooh, we got a cool sticker.
Oh, cool.
All right.
There's many in there. It looks like. There's
So
like 3.
we'll put these off the side. We'll bring the car in and start tearing apart the rear end. So we ran into a little bit of an issue. In order to get the axles out, you first have to remove the pinion shaft. This is the pinion shaft. In order to get the pinion shaft out, you have to remove, I believe it's called the Pinion Shaft Nut. That would make sense. Which goes right there. You can see the shavings we've already started. The issue with that is the Pinion Shaft Nut that came out of this car. Excuse me. The Pinion Shaft Nut that came out of this car looks like that. It should look like that. So we're missing quite a lot of that pin, or that nut, so the only way to get these axles out is with a drill bit, apparently. So we'll be doing that. Alright, welcome back. It's day 2, trying to get this axle out. Went to the store, got me a handy dandy new drill bit. If this doesn't get it out, this definitely will, so we're definitely going to get the axles out today. My plan originally was just to replace the axles and the gears, throw it back together, take it for a drive, see what the difference was, so we can move on to the fun stuff. Unfortunately, when we got under there, there's lots of surface rust that I'd like to fix before we go any further. So we're going to completely take the rear end out, gas tank, the bumper, and remove all the surface rust, clean it up, and then put it back together and hopefully get to the fun stuff up front. So I got my working on car clothes on today. I'm gonna get dirty and we're gonna get these axles out. Alright, so we finally got the rear end out. Those are the new 373 gears, are just sitting in there right now. That's the difference between the old axle and the new axle. The new one's lower right now because it doesn't have any studs in it. But that's the 28 spline right there. That's the new 31. While I've been doing this, He's been in here. He took off the bumper. He took off the gas tank. And he's taking the shocks out right now, but I mean, for a 24, 25-year-old car, this isn't bad at all. But I want this car to last forever, and since I'm going to be putting a lot of money into it, might as well do it right. So we're gonna fix all this surface rust, sand it down, repaint it, make it look good. And that way, once we're finished with that, we never have to be under the rear end again. It'll all be up front when we get the new engine. Yeah. He's taking out the shocks right now. But, got a lot done today, still have a lot more to do. So I'm gonna go back to sanding this all, get all this rust off, get ready for paint, and then look to see if I could find someone that's got a press that can press all this stuff in for me. Hey Eddie, what are you doing? You wanna help? This garage is messy.
So I've completely disassembled the rear end, and unfortunately we cannot continue on the rear end until the pin arrives. So we're gonna continue working on the back. We're gonna be replacing these two control arms and completely replacing the gas lines.
Yeah, all the fuel line brackets. We're gonna take all these brackets off, remove the control arms, do a light sanding, and get this ready for paint too. That'll be the next video, so.
We hope you enjoyed, and make sure to watch our next video. Bye.